Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So it was getting kind of suspiciously quiet in terms of the new champions, and Kabam has just dropped a couple of announcements. And number one is the fact that Silver Samurai is joining the contest, as well as Mr.Knight as both of the September's champions. So we already kind of knew a bit about Mr.Knight, and there you go. Silver Samurai, another mutant, and another counter to Yelena. I swear they're going to be milking Yelena counters left, right, and center. He eats up opponent's combo meter and has access to Daunted. I suppose that's like the only real thing needed. And obviously Mr. Knight has access to a whole bunch of debuffs as well. We kind of saw already a bit about him in the previous one. But yeah, there are the pranks and whatnot. And here is the Silver Samurai again. And it's kind of interesting how her entire combo meter gets completely eaten up. I do not know what every single one of those passives do. There is an unblockable. That does look like a power efficiency, and that looks like opponent can't crit, I suppose. And then we obviously do have the Daunted ones there. So, a bit more about both of the new champions. So, the Silver Samurai, Kenoichi Harada. We have actually seen Silver Samurai in Wolverine, that weird movie where Wolverine lost his powers thingy. It was like second Wolverine movie. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to talk much about it. It isn't that bad. But hey, he appeared there. And so, as we saw, he's a mutant. His powers is Tachyon Field, ability to generate a Tachyon energy field from within his body. Thought he can focus his energy through anything. Typically focuses this field through his sword, allowing him to cut through almost any substance. So his abilities are swordsmanship, history, and master martial arts. He's also highly skilled grandmaster of Japanese martial arts such as Jiu-Jitsu, Aikijutsu, Karate Do, Bujutsu, Kenjutsu, Laijutsu, and all the jutsus. Kind of like from Naruto, but okay. Samurai strategy and tactics through his abilities do not quite match those of the Iron Fist and Shang-Chi, despite the fact that both of the latter are versed in the Chinese martial arts. There you go. So equipment, samurai armor is silver in color and light enough to not hamper his mobility. The armor weighs 60 lbs, 27 kg. That is a fairly light armor. Katana in particular is wielded on his original Muramasa. He also uses throwing weapons such as kunai and tanto, like a very small katana, and shuriken. Transportation, while working with Viper, he carried special teleportation ring that was activated when twisted. Okay, fair enough. So basically, that's gonna be the guy. There you go. Now, Silver Samurai, and the other champions, Mr. Knight. In Wiki, like Marvel fandom's actually kind of empty completely, but we all know it's Moon Knight. It's just one more of the personalities of Moon Knight there. And that's just about it. So that's exactly what he is and what he does. And we do need some skill offensive champions in the game. So I do think that could potentially be a fairly useful addition. Because again, skill class is kind of lagging behind, especially offensively, in my opinion now. I mean, yeah, there's now again another mutant, though. Another Yelena counter. That is a bit different. It kind of feels like when it rains, when it pours, and this is like the most vivid champion release schedule that I have seen in my life, where it's sell the problem and then sell the cure, right? Where initially we had like a couple of half decent counters to Yelena, and now it seems like every month we are getting a new one. But hey, Kabam has to make their money somehow, right? Additionally to everything else, we do have incoming live stream, and that incoming live stream is going to be this Friday. So 8 days from the Molecons of Champions update, which means, so the live stream is going to be what, next Tuesday? Well, yeah, ought to be next Tuesday. First look at our September champions, Mr. Knight and Silver Samurai. We already knew that. Here's an important point though. A first look at the dreaded new Act 9.3 boss. Now again, Kabam is typically very deliberate with their wording, which leads me to believe that I don't think 9.3 is coming next month. Maybe. But based on the wording, I would guess 9.3 is going to be in October. And the new 9.3 boss, kind of already saw him leaked, right? That does the God Emperor Doom, I believe. I think that's going to be the new boss. That would kind of make sense. But we're going to find out more about that for sure very soon. Obviously, very much so looking forward to the rewards. With this, and no mention of the new progression level again, I am kind of led to believe that we're not going to get a new progression title up until the next year or end of this year, because it's kind of too late in the rank 4 life cycle to introduce a new progression title, because whenever they have done so in the past, it was always like, 3 rank 3s or 2 rank 4s or whatever. And now, like, top accounts have well over 20 rank 4s. So if they were to introduce that right now, that would typically be, 15 rank 4s. It's not going to happen. So I think the new progression level for players past Valiant is going to come with 9.4 or slightly before that, potentially at the Necropolis type of event at end of the year. If not, then we know that rank 5s are going to get introduced with the next Banquet event for sure at the latest, and that's when we're going to get the new progression level. But hey, interested in the new boss. And again, here's one of the things that I can always say about Kabam. Regardless of the content itself, regardless of much else, I do believe that Kabam typically does a very good job with the boss fights. And the reminder of that was this ordeal. Like, revisiting the older bosses like Citalis, Behemoth, Glycan. Well, did we do Glycan? But Citalis and Behemoth and Cerastes. All of those are cool fights. I didn't have like any displeasure facing any of those champions again. Less so than I would have with that stupid Necropolis Collector, for instance, or something. So when it comes to the story bosses, Kabam is doing a very, very good job designing kind of interesting and unique fights. So I do want to give them props there. Also, a deeper dive into adaptive difficulty quests, and this is still a big point of contention that Kabam has made with community, with the top 30 prestige becoming a thing for AQ as well, which is a massive change, which is a massive issue. And I know for a fact that has also been like the final straw for like a ton of players, leaving or retiring or, just stepping away from any side of competitive MCOC. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the adaptive difficulty quest per se. That is, again, not the biggest contention in itself, is the top 30 prestige thing. But obviously seeing the rewards and everything else will be kind of nice. And the reveal of your new Summoner's Champion rework winner, which again is going to be Loki or Ghost Rider. No way in hell it's going to be Winter Soldier. No way in hell it's going to be Black Widow. Let's face it, it's going to be either Ghost Rider or Loki. Probably Ghost Rider because he's cooler looking. I voted for Loki because I do think the game, considering how big of a character Loki is, and the fact that we have never at any point throughout the history of game have had a good Loki, would warrant a Loki rework. Because original Ghost Rider, upon his release, was a sought after and used champion that all of us who played back then did use in the Holy Trinity. And then obviously we had CGR, which is also a Ghost Rider type character. And even still, we have Kushala, that is a Ghost Rider character. It's not Johnny Blaze, I know, but still, it's a Ghost Rider. But again, we have no Lokis. I've never had a Loki, so that's what I voted for. Also, not to mention the final live stream of the Summoners Fest Realm event points. Don't miss those Twitch drops. Okay, so you're going to be able to get some Summoner Fest points as well. We got fully charged stream locked and loaded. You won't want to miss it. Tune in on Friday, August 29th. And so obviously I'll do my best to restream that as well. And upload a summary video for that. I do look forward to that for sure. Because yeah, I am interested in adaptive difficulty. I'm interested in 9.3. And typically always in these monthly streams, you, for most part, almost always do get fairly solid chunks of information. So there you go. That's the news. That's the update. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information